download the free Mix 1041 app at mymix1041.com.
The top of the hour is presented by Best Buy Metals, making sure the top of your house is the best it can be. BestBuyMetalRoofing.com.
Fox News is next, presented by Capital Tire Service in downtown Cleveland.
Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu. There's a $50,000 reward out in the Brooklyn, New York subway shooting for information leading to the whereabouts of the person of interest.
Investigators are asking people with any cell phone videos to come forward, any content that may help ID the shooter. Hampering the search, there were no working video cameras in 3 subway stations.
Fox's Lauren Green at the station. Police say a U-Haul van was likely linked to the shooting, which left 29 hurt.
Police say Frank James, the person of interest, rented the van in Philadelphia. He also has connections into Wisconsin. They also say it's believed James also made a series of videos where he had these apocalyptic rants against the world.
And a show of support for Ukraine. The leaders of Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia are headed to Kyiv. America's listening to Fox News.
Capital Tire Service, downtown Cleveland, your local Michelin dealer since 1967. Providing Cleveland with quality products and services for over 50 years. Come see Freddie or Tony in downtown Cleveland for a great deal on Michelin tires.
The news is sponsored by Lee University, where you can expect something great.
The Mix 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. We are Mix 1041 WCLE. We are on Mix TV at mixtv.tv. We're also on the on Talk 101.3 The Buzz. Good morning, everybody. And we're on your phone and mobile device. Download the free Mix 1041 app at mymix1041.com. Our app presented by CHI Memorial. In the news, well, it is a big day. Early voting begins today. It's the first step in voting for the May 3rd primary election in Bradley County. Some 88 candidates are up for election beginning today. Early voting, and this will run through April the 28th. There will be no early voting on Good Friday. If you're watching mixtv.tv, there you see it. Early voting begins today, runs Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. until 6 p.m., Saturdays from 9 until 4. Again, they will not have early voting this Friday. Here are the locations. Be at the Bradley County Election Commission in the Courthouse Annex downtown. Also at Bradley Square Mall. That's going to be in the former Bath and Body location. And also near Planet Fitness on the south side on APD 40. And again, early voting begins today through the 28th, Monday through Friday. Austin, you put that graphic back up, please. Monday through Friday from 9 till 6, Saturday 9 till 4. Cleveland City Schools has named Carrie O'Connor as the new principal of Yates Primary School beginning July 1. O'Connor will replace Dr. Stephanie Stone as the Yates Primary School principal. Stone had been serving as the principal of Yates Primary and E.L. Ross for the past 2 years. She is going to continue as the principal of E.L. Ross. O'Connor served for 7 years at Cleveland Middle School as a special education teacher and special services coordinator. He also held the role of behavior support specialist working across the district for 2 years. In 2020, O'Connor began serving as an assistant principal at both Yates and E.L. Ross. Chattanooga police, following a shooting at the Volkswagen plant Monday night, said there is no evidence to suggest a continuing threat to Volkswagen employees or to the public at large. 2 people injured there, non-life-threatening injuries on Monday night. And another big festival which made its debut a few years ago in Chattanooga, the Moon River Festival, has announced their headliners, Leon Bridges, The Neighbors, Band of Horses, local natives, Green Sky Bluegrass, all part of the Moon River Music Festival, which is at Coolidge Park, September 10th and 11th. Matt Kearney also going to be there. We think we play a Matt Kearney song here. I'm just looking over this list here, but that's the Moon River Festival. Founder Drew Holcomb said it's become one of the favorites of the year. Leon Bridges, he's great, and you'll enjoy that. Well, right now, we're going to turn our attention to a candidate announcement. Andy Lay is joining us. He is a candidate for the Cleveland Board of Education. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you, Andy?
Doing great. Doing great. Good to be here.
Thank for coming. And for those who don't know, tell us about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised here in Cleveland. Went through the whole Cleveland city school system, starting in kindergarten at the old Mayfield, which is now part of Lee. Cleveland Middle School, Cleveland High School, graduated in 93, and then went on to University of Tennessee, Knoxville. All
right, and tell us what you're doing now.
I work at Marion Environmental in Chattanooga, where I'm the controller.
So tell us, we're joined by Andy Lay, running for the Cleveland Board of Education. Now, what district?
District 3.
District 3. And Andy, why are you doing this? Why are you running?
Well, I have kids in the system. It's just a desire to serve the community, give back to the community. My wife, Beck, is a teacher in the system. She teaches at Candies Creek. And they're actually in line at the middle school right now. So good morning to my wife and kids. So hope y'all have a great day. But, just a desire to serve, give back. So many teachers, coaches, growing up that had an impact on me. And I feel like that in this position, I can do that for the current staff. So we're
joined by Andy Lay. He is a candidate, Cleveland Board of Education in the 3rd District. So if elected, give me a couple of things that you're passionate about, things that you'd like to do if elected.
Well, one is communication with teachers and staff. We need to figure out a way to retain our current staff and attract new staff. Be a advocate voice for parents. And I think I can benefit there because I am a parent. My wife is a teacher, and I'm a graduate. So I feel like all those things are positive for me.
Well, Andy Lay joins us. Early voting begins today, so
it's here.
Yeah, it's here. Well, just a message to the voters this morning. What would you tell them as they, especially that 3rd District in the city of Cleveland?
Well, first of all, I want to thank everybody for their support. It's been overwhelming and very moving, the support that I've received, the encouragement that I've received. I do feel like that, again, being a parent, being a husband to a teacher, being a graduate, and specifically Cleveland High School, I walk those halls. I played on those fields, and I feel like that gives me a little extra motivation to make Cleveland City Schools the best they can be.
All right, how can people get more information about your campaign?
They can go to our Facebook site, Andy Lay for Cleveland City Schools District 3, and they can get information there.
Andy Lay, a candidate for the Cleveland Board of Education in the 3rd District. Early voting begins today. Andy, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. It is 7:09. Back with traffic in a moment.
With Southern Heritage Bank, your wallet just got smarter. With a quick tap of your smartphone or smartwatch, use your MasterCard debit card to pay at millions of locations where mobile payments are accepted. In-store, in-app, or online, you get all the same benefits your debit card offers while using fast, easy, and safe one-tap checkouts with Google Pay, Apple Pay, and Samsung Pay. Your device, your choice. Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank. SouthernHeritageBank.com. Member FDIC.
All right, let's get a check of the streets right now. Your Don Ledford Cleveland Mixed Highway Patrol report. April is Chevy Truck Month at Don Ledford Chevrolet here in Cleveland, where they say yes. Buyers of select new 2021 and 2022 Silverado light and heavy-duty trucks or 21 and 22 Colorado trucks get $1,000 toward eligible accessories or a $500 rebate. Of course, Debbie thinks an engine is an accessory, so that's very nice. Don Ledford, Cleveland on North Lee Highway, donledford.com, where they say yes. School zones in effect. School buses are rolling. Be careful in those areas. We have children out waiting on the buses this morning at the bus stops. Do be careful. If you see a problem, join us on the Mix Highway Patrol. Call us on the volunteer Redapest Mix line at 614-6499. Bridget, tell us what's happening at Waste Connections.
Okay, at Waste Connections, they work with the communities and businesses they serve to make sure that all forms of waste are handled in ways that are reliable for their customers, safe for their employees, and respectful of the environment. Visit them online at wasteconnections-clevelandtn.com.
It's time for your Hardee's Wake Up, and you can wake up with Hardee's, and they're brand new. They've got this new Ultimate Sausage Biscuit. It's double the sausage, double the cheese, and a freshly cracked egg. Now, Nicole Morsehead told us what? Was that yesterday or Monday? That was Monday.
That was Monday.
I don't know what day it is. Nicole was in here and said that they can do a fried egg or a, I guess a...
Or the regular folded egg.
Or the folded egg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what? We ought to do a taste test. What would be better, in your opinion, fried or folded?
I think I prefer the folded.
I sense a hashtag coming on, hashtag fried or folded. Hey, Austin, what would you prefer, a fried or folded? Folded or fried?
I definitely love the fried egg on that Ultimate Sausage Biscuit. It's delicious.
Excuse me?
I said I love the fried egg.
Oh, the fried? You're going fried?
Yes.
Glad I paused the broadcast for this fascinating development. Get off my radio. Well, please don't go anywhere till 9. Anyway, that's at Hardee's, and there's one near you right now, right here this morning. Come on now.
Hardee's presents
Medical Center Compounding Pharmacy and Health Center offers Bradley County's only state-of-the-art sterile compounding.
double sausage, unbeatable. Freshly cracked egg, unstoppable. Melty cheese, undefeated. On a made-from-scratch biscuit, yep, the breakfast game is officially over. Bite into the new Hardee's Ultimate Sausage Biscuit and win the AM.
At Mermaid Mattress, we try to buy from as many local vendors as we can. Our foam company that we buy from is here in Cleveland. Our spring maker, Leggett & Platt, is in Atlanta. Our wood comes from Kentucky. So it's all right here bordering the state of Tennessee. So we really are a local company.
We're here at Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland.
We are here with great service. We're here. We're here.
We're here.
We're here with great deals. We're here for you.
So come get huge Nissan savings when you shop Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland and Cleveland-Nissan today, home of the exclusive lifetime warranty.
When it comes to Cleveland, Bradley County, and Southeast Tennessee, no one connects more with our communities than Mix 1041. That is why we're committed to bringing you the latest news and interviews to help you make informed decisions this election season. Don't miss a minute of our election coverage. Visit mymix1041.com. Presented by the Logan Thompson Law Firm. Wholesale Supply Group, you've heard the name for years. The experts trust them, and you should too. Whether you're building, remodeling, or just maintaining your home, Wholesale Supply Group has all the plumbing, electrical, and HVAC products you need to supply any project. With great brands like Delta, Kohler, Rinnai, Mansfield, Progress Lighting, Square D, GE, and Milwaukee, Wholesale Supply has everything you need. Check out the locations in Cleveland, Chattanooga, Athens, Dayton, Madisonville, Dalton, and Chatsworth. Online, wholesalesupply.us. And remember, Wholesale Supply is open to the public.
Save a bundle at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress. Furniture, mattresses, and decor. The more you buy, the more you save. Up to 40% off. Create a bundle, a sofa and chairs, end tables, a recliner, lamps and rugs, an entire room. Up to 40% off. Create a custom bundle and watch the savings grow. Up to 40% off. Look for Take Me Home Today tags. Bundle in-stock items. Special financing is available. Bundle and save at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress.
Dr. Eston Winger specializes in varicose vein surgery to help you live a fuller life.
Most everything that we do for varicose vein disease is done here in the office, and so a hospital stay is not required. We take most insurances here and most vein procedures are covered by insurance, which most people don't realize. Or make an appointment and I'd be happy to talk to you and evaluate your legs.
Schedule a consultation by phone 423-472-5423.
You need money overnight? Check into cash. Your time is tight.com. Bank accounts too low? Check into cash. So where do you go.com? Do it online in a record time. It's the easy way to get money next day. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. You can be sure it's secure from our bank straight to yours. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom.
Ladies and gentlemen,
if you shop for a mattress and they tell you about some long delay because of industry shortages, come to Mermaid Mattress. Buy it today, we'll make it tomorrow and deliver it the next day. It's all about being local.
All right, we have some light scattered rain showers moving out of the area. We're going to have partly cloudy skies today, a high of 82 and a low of 58 this evening with thunderstorms likely overnight, potential for severe thunderstorms overnight tonight. And then for tomorrow, we'll have some rain during the morning hours and then becoming partly cloudy during the afternoon, a high of 70 and a low of 42. And then on Friday, partly cloudy during the day with a high of 78. Your current Vascular Institute temperature is 67 degrees. This weather forecast is brought to you by Vehicles Direct, lifetime certified. Over 150 used cars on the lot at all times. Vehicles Direct, South Lee Highway in Cleveland, vehiclesdirect.com.
All right, listen up, boys and girls. I'm going to help you with something here. Listen up, all history buffs. Today is a big day. Today is Thomas Jefferson Day. That's right. Celebrating the third president of the United States on this date, born today, 1743. They say he wasn't much of a talker, but could he ever write? The main author on this first day of early voting. He's the main author of the Declaration of Independence. Not only was he a lawyer, he was an agricultural scientist, a paleontologist, and an astronomer. And if that wasn't enough, Bridget, here's how you're similar to Thomas Jefferson. He was an amateur weatherman, much like yourself.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, there you go. A little TJ in the AM, if he was on the radio back then. Hey, you had a little Maroon 5 for you now, baby.
Hey, now, baby. I am Cleveland Ford. I am Cleveland. I am Cleveland Ford. I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Vierthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford, and together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
Abra Auto Body and Glass takes the hassle out of auto body repairs. We work with all major insurance carriers. Abra Auto Body and Glass has 5 locations to serve you better in Chattanooga, Hickson, and here in Cleveland on South Lee Highway. Call 478-2700 in Cleveland to schedule an appointment or check out all their services at abraauto.com.
I choose Direct Primary Care Associates because of the relationship that I've developed with my care team.
They take me directly back and start evaluating my needs.
I choose Direct Primary Care Associates because of its flexibility, and so should you.
DPCA. Practice made perfect.
Lifetime certified is the new buzz in town for Vehicles Direct. 12-month, 12,000-mile comprehensive warranty. Lifetime powertrain warranty. Complimentary maintenance for 1 year. Certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Love it or leave it, satisfaction guaranteed. Best trade-in value in town. Kelly Blue Book Buy Center. Vehicles Direct, South Lee Highway in Cleveland at APD 40. Visit vehiclesdirect.com.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one, and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
Medical Center Compounding Pharmacy and Health Center offers Bradley County's only state-of-the-art sterile compounding laboratory. We are here to customize drugs and medications that are not available commercially or over the counter. Maintain your health with medication designed to meet your body's specific needs. It's just what the doctor ordered. Put your health in the hands of trained professionals you know and trust. Medical Center Compounding Pharmacy and Health Center. North Ocoee Street. Phone 476-5548 or visit medicalcenterrx.com.
New year, new you. Now is the time to reinvent the wheel in the revolutionary 2022 Infiniti QX50 starting at $39,000. Whether you purchase or lease your next Infiniti QX50, experience Infiniti now for stress-free car shopping at Infiniti of Chattanooga. Click from home to purchase, lease, or get pre-approved at InfinityChattanooga.com. Call Infiniti of Chattanooga, 423-424-4040.
Double sausage patties, win. Freshly cracked fried egg, triumph. Melty cheese, victory. On a made-from-scratch biscuit, now that's a championship buzzer beater. Bite into the new Hardee's Ultimate Sausage Biscuit and win your morning.
Good morning, everybody. Let's get a quick news update. The Mix 1041 News Desk brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. All right, in the news, Yates Primary School has a new principal. He is Kerry O'Connor. Kerry O'Connor will begin as principal at Yates beginning July 1, replaces Dr. Stephanie Stone, who's been principal of Yates and Ross, but she will continue as principal of E.L. Ross. This past Saturday, officers of the Cleveland Police Department conducted a sobriety checkpoint, traffic enforcement in the areas of Keith Street, Southley Highway, and Edmond Street. It was conducted 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., and 303 vehicles came through, 8 citations, 20 warnings, and 1 DUI arrest. More on that at the top of the hour. And today begins early voting for the May 3rd primary election here in Bradley County. And early voting begins this morning, Monday through Friday from 9 until 6, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday 9 to 4. Now, there will be no early voting this Friday due to Good Friday observance. But the early voting locations include Bradley Square Mall in the former Bath and Body location, Southside, APD 40 near Planet Fitness, and at the Bradley County Courthouse Annex. That's at the Election Commission downtown. Early voting starts today. And we'll come back. Speaking of early voting, District Attorney Steve Crump in about 7 seconds.
This news update brought to you by Cleveland Plywood Company, 2700 20th Street Northeast in Cleveland.
Morning, Steve Crump. How are you?
Hey, man, I am great. How are you?
Well, we're doing good, and here we go. Early voting begins today, as we just said.
You know, it's amazing. You look at a campaign from the beginning, and you have all these plans, you have this calendar, and then suddenly you wonder where it all went. It's amazing when you're busy the way a candidate is, and I do want to say this. I want to say a big thank you to our election commission and to the workers that go out and do the early voting. I was an election commissioner, a Republican election commissioner here for a number of years, and I know how hard they all work, and the folks that will go out on election day and run our polls. A big thank you to all those folks, regardless of what party they're in, because that's a great service to our community.
We're joined by District Attorney Steve Crump, and you're on the campaign trail. What are you hearing as you talk to people?
You know, I think people really understand what an important election this is, and our message when we've been out is look at what we've accomplished, look at what our team has done. We have put away 4 times the number of drug dealers that Hamilton County did. We have raised our trial conviction percentage from 48 to 88%. We've just had, and we've had a great response to that. That resonates with people. But by the same token, we've heard from people that, well, so that's great that you've convicted people, but how are you making the community better? So we've talked about increasing the size, doubling the size of our recovery court, about how we've dealt individually with people. I've been so honored to have victims do testimonials for me and defendants do testimonials for me, folks that we prosecuted, that we gave a second chance to, and who have turned out remarkably well. So when you're out there, what you hear from people is, we live in a great place, and we want to make sure that it stays that way. And that's what we've said in our campaign. Look, this is where we have been. I've run strictly on my record. I've said, here's what I did, and I hope folks will appreciate that. And so far, that's the reaction we've gotten.
We're joined by District Attorney General for the 10th Judicial District, Steve Crump. And, what concerns you as far as the areas of crime? What really gets you, I wouldn't say worried, but I'll just say it, what concerns you?
I think everybody across the state, everybody across the country, really, you have to start with drugs. You have to start with methamphetamine and opioids. Those drive 80-90% of our crime, whether it's somebody breaking into somebody's house to feed a habit, or it's the actual sale of the drugs, or it's violence associated with it. It's the additional crimes that come with it, the gang and organized crime activities that go with it. That has to be your number one concern, because it feeds so many of these other crimes. Clearly, we want to make sure that we focus on those, and we have very much so. I mean, you heard what I talked about earlier. That was our focus, because we felt like if we went to the center of where crime starts, and look, you don't have to be a genius to know. The average citizen, if you ask the average citizen, where's our crime come from? They'll say drugs. What's our biggest problem? They'll say drugs. So, I think that's the biggest worry. We have to be careful that some of the gang crime in particular from Hamilton County and North Georgia doesn't spill in here, that we're prepared for that. We have a very active gang task force. About 2 years into my term, I created a gang task force. It started with about 5 agents. Now we're up to about 35, federal, local, state, Hamilton County, North Georgia. They all have collaborated now, and they're all communicating. That has grown over the years. So we have to be prepared for those potentialities. But we can never take our eye off the ball. We've got to see what's right in front of us, and really it all comes back to the way to make the community safer is to reduce the number of drugs that are here.
And how do you do it? I mean, what are a couple of ideas?
Well, the first thing that has to happen, or all my ideas or anybody else's ideas, really doesn't matter, is we've got to secure our southern border. The southern border is where most all of our drugs come across, and until we secure that southern border, and this is not a discussion about who's coming over necessarily, it's what's coming over. Virtually all of our methamphetamine comes across the southern border. And it comes up here, it comes to Atlanta, then it comes to Dalton, and then it comes to Cleveland. But the things that we can do are the things that we have been doing. You focus in on the particular drugs that are creating the problems. You look at their sources. With methamphetamine, you have to look at cartels. There's no way around it. Yes, there are local people that deal with it, but you also have to look up the chain. With diversion, occasionally we'll have a physician or a pharmacist who are selling, for lack of a better word, opioids to supplement their income. You have to deal with those differently. It's a different kind of investigation, but it's the same kind of deadly problem. You have to be involved with education. The group that will break the opioid stranglehold are our children. It's not my generation. It's not the generation below mine or the generation above mine. It's the children that are in school today. And so partnering with people like ATS The Bridge, which I've done since they first began, I heard their message and I was like, yes, that's it. So we specifically partnered with them to get into schools, to get that in front of children, and they've done a remarkable job here in Bradley County and all over. Any place they touch, they help. But that's how you get to those children. Then ultimately, you have to treat people. You have to manage the population that is addicted. There aren't enough dollars for that. We have to increase our treatment abilities, our treatment facilities. But until we do those things, we're never going to get ahead of this. I think we've turned a huge psychological curve in this state by acknowledging the size of the problem. The General Assembly's done it. They put more money into this every year. And so you never want to say you think you've got something licked, because in crime you never do. I tell assistant DAs when I hire them, it's like being staked at the edge of the ocean. You better like waves, because they're always going to come. They're never going to stop. Since there were only 4 people on the earth, there's been crime. because Cain killed Abel. And it's not going to change now that there are 7+ billion of us. But what we try to do is manage those folks. We live in a great place. It's safe. I tell people all the time, they say, do you think this? And I say, did you worry that your house was being broken into when you came to this event? And they'll say, well, no. And I say, well, did you worry about your car being broken into out here or at the mall? Well, no. Did you worry about being assaulted on your way to any of these places? Do you feel safe to go to a mall, to a restaurant? And they say, absolutely. Well, then we live in a safe place. And despite the problems we have, and despite the size of the problems we have, this is still an amazingly safe and good place to live. The best evidence of that are the literally hundreds or thousands of people that have moved to this area from all over the country. And when you talk to them, they say, we come because it's conservative, and we come because it's safe. I think that's the best grade card that I, as district attorney, can have, or that law enforcement can have. People that don't live here, that don't know us, that look at us and say, this is a conservative place, and this is a safe place. It's where I'm coming.
Steve Crump is our District Attorney General, and how can people get more information about your campaign?
We are anywhere and everywhere, Steve. SteveCrumpDA.com is the website. That's the localized place that everything's collected for you, but we're on Facebook, Steve Crump District Attorney, my personal Facebook. It's amazing how campaigning has changed since the last time I ran. I have probably answered 500 or 600 questions just off my Facebook page. People really contact us, so find us on Facebook. We're on, like I said, we have a campaign page, my personal page, and then find us certainly at SteveCrumpDA.com.
Steve Crump, District Attorney, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Steve. Go vote. It's an important right. Go exercise it and vote Steve Crump.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. At 7:31, we're tell you what, Bridget, let's get a check of our celebration list. What's happening?
Okay, happy birthday to Andrew Clark today. Is from Stu and the children. Drake Longoria is 17 today. Alex Maxwell is also having a birthday. He's a teacher at Lake Forest Middle School, and that is from his Aunt Leslie. Max Carroll is 7 years old today, a first grader at Northley Elementary. Crystal Lee was 95 yesterday. That was from her daughter Janice, who says she is sweet, loving, kind, and fabulous. She plays the guitar and loves gospel music. Also, Elizabeth Bryce was 78 yesterday. Connie Crenshaw, 62 yesterday. My friend Nicole Nelson celebrating her birthday today. And then Tyler Cronglin is celebrating a birthday today, 12 years old, a student at Lake Forest Middle School. Call in your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Ritipest Mix line, 614-6499. You can go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. We've had another one come in here. Griffin Brown is celebrating a birthday today. That is from his grandmother, who says he loves dinosaurs. So good morning to Griffin and happy birthday to him.
All right, a check of the streets now. 7:32, your local time brought to you by your local community college. Cleveland State always puts our community first. ClevelandStateCC.edu.
Okay, it's time for Don Ledford's annual pre-owned springtime sales event. Did you know that Don Ledford has over 175 quality pre-owned vehicles available right now, and over 130 of them are SUVs and trucks? That's at Don Ledford Cleveland on Northley Highway. We have no reports of any accidents this morning. Drive safely out there, and as always, if you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ritipest Mix line is 614-6499. This traffic report is brought to you by Southland Finance, located on Keith Street near Chick-fil-A here in Cleveland, specializing in consolidation, installment, and personal loans. Visit them online at southlandfinance.net. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
Looking for the dealer who's gonna give you more. Kia of Cleveland Super.
The WCLE Arrest Report is brought to you by Cumberland Bail Bonding, 423-641-6246. Here is the arrest report for Tuesday, April 12th. Tanya Levon Binion, theft of property. Robert Anthony Brown, violation of parole. Travis Wayne Hanna, violation of probation. Tanya Rose Teague Higgins, theft over $10,000. Jackie Leonard Ingram Jr., stalking, aggravated stalking, violation of order of protection, among among other charges. John David McKinney, aggravated burglary, possession of meth, among other charges. Amber Rianne Smith, driving on a revoked license, and possession of drug paraphernalia, among other charges. Barbara Michelle Summers, driving on a suspended license, criminal simulation, and evading arrest, among other charges. The WCLE arrest report is brought to you by Cumberland Bail Bonding. Speed up the bail bonding process. Fast and confident service available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Call Amy Thomas at Cumberland Bail Bonding, 423-6.
You get a yearly checkup. Shouldn't your air? With your local Lennox dealer, regular care equals perfect air. With technology you can touch, comfortable air you can feel, and savings you can see. Not just perfect air, perfect for you air.
Call Dale's Heating and Air to upgrade your air today.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Ocoee OBGYN is a local and trusted women's care center in Cleveland, Tennessee. They understand that everyone's health needs are unique. Therefore, Ocoee OBGYN will deliver care that accommodates you. From routine annual exams and screenings to delivering babies, Ocoee OBGYN does it all. To plan a visit or get an appointment, give them a call at 339-8881. That's 339-8881. Or check them out at OcoeeOBGYN.com. Ocoee OBGYN.
Hey, I'm Eric Gardner with Volunteer Rid-A-Pest with a helpful tip about termites. If you want to protect your home from termites, there's a few things you can do. Number one, if you have firewood, keep it at least 10 feet away from your home. Don't use wood mulch or bark around your home because this is termite food. And so if you put it around your home, you could attract termites. Make sure you use gravel or some kind of artificial mulch because you don't want to attract termites. Also, you can inspect your home yourself. You can just get some knee pads, a bright flashlight, and go look for anything that looks unusual on your joist. If you see something that looks unusual, call a professional. If you don't have one, give us a call at 698-7205.
Abra Auto Body and Glass takes the hassle out of auto body repairs. We work with all major insurance carriers. Abra Auto Body and Glass has 5 locations to serve you better in Chattanooga, Hickson, and here in Cleveland on South Lee Highway. Call 478-2700 in Cleveland to schedule an appointment or check out all their services at abraauto.com.
This is Andrew Morgan reminding you to get out and vote in the Republican primary on May 3rd, 2022. I humbly ask for your vote as your conservative, honest, and fair candidate for Bradley County Sessions Civil and Juvenile Court Judge. I'll see you at the polls.
Paid for by the committee to elect Andrew B. Morgan, Ben Absher, Treasurer.
1979.
All right, for today, we'll have cloudy skies this morning and then partly cloudy by this afternoon. A high of 82 and a low of 57 tonight with thunderstorms likely late this evening. Potential for severe thunderstorms late tonight. And then for tomorrow, we'll have rain early in the morning and then becoming sunny by the afternoon. A high of 70 and a low of 42. And then on Friday, partly cloudy during the day with a high of 77. Your current Vascular Institute temperature is 67 degrees.
Aubrey's of Cleveland offers some of the most fresh and delicious foods in East Tennessee. Stop in tonight for dinner or order online at aubreysrestaurant.com. Click the Cleveland location and order there.
Did you know the Town Squire has tux rentals? Yes, they do. For weddings, proms, and special occasions. Come in and check out their tux department. The Town Squire's been offering tux rentals for over 4 decades. Pick out a traditional style or a fashion trending tux in slim or ultra slim fit. They have it all. The Town Squire has the latest colors and styles to fulfill your rental needs for formal attire. They offer t-shirts to tuxedos at the Town Squire. Since 1977 to fulfill your clothing needs. The Town Squire. Stewart Park Plaza, Keith Street, Cleveland, Tennessee. The shop that appreciates the customer. All right, sports from the CHI Memorial Sports Desk. The sports brought to you by the Town Squire Braves. Big win last night over the Nationals, 16-4. Braves and Nats today, 12:20. That'll be on Talk 101.3 The Buzz, presented by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. NBA playoffs started in part last night. The NBA play-in tournament Nets over the Cavs, 115-108. Nets earned the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs. They'll play the Boston Celtics beginning this weekend. The Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Clippers last night, 109-104. And Minnesota, a 7th seed. They'll play Memphis beginning the first round. Tonight, it's the Atlanta Hawks hosting the Hornets, the Charlotte Hornets. That'll be at 7 o'clock. That'll be on ESPN. That is a 9-10 game. Winner plays the Cavaliers in the first round. Spurs Pelicans tonight in New Orleans, 9:30 ESPN. That's a 9-10 game. And baseball last night, Bradley beat McMinn 7-5. Walker Valley shut out Cleveland High School baseball 3-0 last night. Softball later today, Walker Valley at Bradley Central at 5 o'clock. Soccer last night, Boyd Buchanan shut out Cleveland High School 4-0 last night. And we'll come right back. Andrew Morgan for Judge is up next.
Hey, this is Josh Rogers with Wholesale Supply Group. Spring is in the air, and you know what that means, baseball season. But that also means moms and dads have tons of laundry to do. So if your water heater needs to be replaced, stop by any Wholesale Supply Group and buy a 40 or 50-gallon electric water heater and be entered to win Braves tickets courtesy of American Water Heaters. This deal goes on till April 30th, so come in now and replace that old water heater. We hope to see you soon. Visit us online at wholesalesupply.us to find a location near you. Open Monday through Friday and open to the public.
A journey like cancer isn't something you should face alone. At CHI Memorial, a team of cancer specialists review and recommend the best treatment options to care for you, and a nurse navigator is available to help you every step.
Mix 1041 and Honda of Cleveland are giving away a Honda Civic LX to an active law enforcement officer in our area. If you know someone that you think deserves to win, you can nominate them at mymix1041.com/Honda or on the Mix 1041 app.
Being around people is my joy and my passion. So when they come in here, I do feel free to carry the integrity that Mermaid has. No matter what your job description is here, somehow or another you're impacting somebody's life.
Bender Realty is helping to keep the community thriving during this pandemic by offering no-contact online tools for buyers and sellers in the real estate market.
Especially in this day and time with COVID, it makes a lot of the buyers are not wanting to get out and walk into someone else's home, and even sellers may not want people in their home. We can actually do a virtual tour with our phones and send it to our clients.
Walk through a property without having to actually be there and see all the intricacies of the property and the things that they may or may not want.
If you're looking to buy, sell, lease, or rent, trust your friends at Bender Realty. 472-2173. Bender-Realty.com. Be home with Bender Realty.
Was 95 yesterday. That was from her daughter Janice. Elizabeth Bryce was 78 yesterday. Connie Crenshaw, 62 yesterday. My friend Nicole Nelson celebrating today. Tyler Croglin is 12 years old, a student at Lake Forest Middle. And Griffin Brown also celebrating today. That's from his grandmother. Calling your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the Volunteer Ritapest Mix line, 614-6499. You can go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app.
Andrew Morgan, a candidate for judge, joins us right now. Andrew, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Steve. It's nice to see you guys. I see we still haven't got me the taller mic yet. I heard that Bridget put the order in, but yeah, I think someone's stalling. I'm just going to
It's a supply chain thing.
Well, I tell you, the excuses you hear around here, Bridget, I tell you, just terrible. So how are you guys this morning?
We're doing good, and I know today's a big day for all candidates. Today is the beginning of early voting.
Yeah, it is. And voting is the most important thing that we can do. Last night we had our Get Out the Vote rally down at Stewart School. Had about 150 show up, and the best part was we only had about 5 or 6 politicians. So it's one of those things that seeing normal people, regular working people come out for something like that is just so encouraging. I've heard numbers in this election ranging from 12,000 people going to turn out to 23,500. And honestly, I'd love to see 50,000. It's the sort of thing that whether you vote for me or you vote for the other guy, the biggest thing is you have to go vote. The only thing I would ask is look at us. Take a look at us, see what you think, hear what we have to say. I've got a Facebook page full of content. I mean, it's just chock full. Go and listen to some of the videos, read some of the things that I've written, and I guess my biggest plea would be hear my heart and then make a decision. But the biggest thing is go vote.
We're joined by Andrew Morgan. And Andrew, if you had to maybe pick a couple of things, what are you really passionate about this judgeship?
Well, the big thing is the juvenile court side. Helping families and children across Bradley County, whether that's a juvenile delinquent situation or a custody matter. Either way, it's about as important as it can be. I believe that we have a duty to pour into the lives of the next generation, and what better way to do that than as the session's juvenile judge. I'm, as you hear on my ads all the time, we always talk about breaking generational cycles, and there's so many good nonprofits that do that. Habitat for Humanity, for example, creating affordable housing for folks is so important, and they do such a good job breaking those cycles. Foundation House, Project Free to Fly, there's so many that change people's lives, and I think that we as a judiciary have that responsibility. And it's something that I take seriously, and that I've actually put my money where my mouth is. We've had an internship program at my office for over 6 years. We've had over 20 children come through just through my office alone. So, it's not just ideas, it's not just rhetoric, it's not things that are, Johnny come lately. These are things that, like I told the Rotary Club yesterday, the person I am today is the same person I was 5 years ago. It's the same person I was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and the same person I'll be on May 4th. The same person I'll be 2 years from now. So what you see with me is what you end up getting. So if you want to judge a man, look and see where he's been. 8 years ago, the person I was is the same I am today. After the election, like I told them, my family is going to be the same. My church attendance is going to be the same. Everything I do is going to be the same. So if you if you could look back and see who I've been, you're going to be looking at the same thing on the bench. So.
We're joined by Andrew Morgan. Andrew, a candidate, General Sessions Judge, Division 1. Early voting begins today. And I know you've been talking to the voters, but what do you say to that voter who's planning to go vote later today or at some point going forward here?
I think the biggest thing is just we have a duty to the next generation to be the best stewards for them we can. And, I'll be, God, this it hurts to say, I'll be 40 in August. Wow. And so it's one of those of all my life I've been told that I'm too young for whatever I'm doing. I hear that occasionally. And it's funny, we have some judges on the bench currently that are just barely older than me. Judge Freiberg, for example. Judge Richardson up in McMinn County isn't too terribly much older. But the thing of it is let's bring the energy and the fire that I have, that I've used in my private practice, to go from literally a 100-square-foot closet 6 years ago to being the 5th largest firm in the district in 6 short years. If I can do that in private practice, what can I do if you actually put me on the bench? You can count on someone totally revolutionizing the juvenile court. Now, there's not a ton of changes we need to make. The juvenile justice team does an amazing job, but imagine if we have some new, fresh ideas that really can change the lives of these children. I'd like to have General Crump be able to lessen the size of his staff. I'd love to have it so that we have children that don't turn into adults with problems. And most importantly, I want to see what is for the best interest of the children happen in these custody cases and in everything dealing with children. So if you want somebody who has a true heart and a true history of helping, I think if you look at my background, it's clear. So.
Andrew Morgan. Andrew, of course, running for General Sessions Judge, Division 1. How can people get more information?
Sure. Morganforjudge.com, our Facebook page, which if you just go on Facebook and Google Andrew Morgan for Judge, you can find it. You can also give us a call, 829-1428. And, of course, you can see my smiling face on the buggies at Food City, so it's always a popular hit. But yeah, just reach out to us. If you have any questions at all, like I said, I'd much rather answer any questions, clear up any misconceptions, clear up any questions anyone has. But the biggest thing, guys, is get out and vote. You can't affect change if you don't participate. So April 13 to 28, early voting, great locations, and then obviously May 3rd. So, and here's the best part. If you'll vote, I'll quit sending you mail. So I think that's a good thing for most people.
Andrew Morgan. Andrew, thank you very much.
Thank you, my friend. You guys have a great day.
Thank you, sir. You too. All right. We are going to come back with a news update here in just a moment. Stand by for that. We also have, I believe, what's happening, Bridget? You got something for me? Okay. I'll tell you what. Let's get a news update right. We'll take a break here. Back in a second.
Established in 2017, Bourbon and Blades.
When it comes to Cleveland, Bradley County, and Southeast Tennessee, no one connects more with our communities than Mix 1041. That is why we're committed to bringing you the latest news and interviews to help you make informed decisions this election season. Don't miss a minute of our election coverage. Visit mymix1041.com. Presented by the Logan Thompson Law Firm.
Cleveland Tire is ready to help your auto any way it can. We're one of the largest providers of Bridgestone and Firestone tire dealers in the area. We sell all major brand tires. We have ASE certified mechanics on staff 6 days a week. We also have a commercial truck tire center that provides 24-hour roadside service and minor mechanical repairs on site. We have built our reputation on years of quality, affordable work and tires. We pride ourselves in customer satisfaction and great service. Cleveland Tire Center.
Need a metal roof for your home or business? Come see us at Best Buy Metals, a leading manufacturer of metal roofing products. Looking for great service? Check. Want to choose from a wide variety of metal roofing products? Check. How about complimentary takeoffs and free estimates for commercial and residential projects? Check and check. From small orders to semi-loads, we've got you covered. Literally. Best Buy Metals. Quality roofing that lasts a lifetime. Come see us today.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Vierthar, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
Leadership, then I encourage you to vote to keep Painter Judge.
Paid for by the committee to keep Painter Judge. Treasurer Alan Smith.
All right, time for a quick news update here on Mix 1041, Talk 1013, The Buzz, and we are on MixTV.tv as Cleveland City Schools has named Carrie O'Connor the new principal of Yates Primary School beginning on July 1st. Also in our news today, we're getting word from Volkswagen Chattanooga plant that there is no continuing threat after the shooting on Monday night. Two people were shot there, non-life-threatening injuries. We have the lineup for the Moon River Festival in September, including the headliner Leon Bridges coming to Chattanooga. And, of course, everybody talking about it, early voting begins today in Bradley County for the May 3rd primary. Early voting today through April 28th. It's Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. till 6 p.m., Saturdays, 9 till 4. They will not vote early this Friday in observance of Good Friday. Bridget, I know you do not observe Good Fridays.
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, that's
Absolutely.
Good. All right, let's get this word and then back in a second. The Mix 1041 News Desk brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. All right, Bridget, let's get a quick check of the streets, and we're going to talk with Matthew Coleman and Robert Thompson.
Okay, this Don Ledford Cleveland Mixed Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. April is Chevy Truck Month at Don Ledford Chevrolet in Cleveland, where they say yes. Buyers of select new 21 and 22 Silverado light and heavy-duty trucks or 21 and 22 Colorado trucks get $1,000 toward eligible accessories or a $500 rebate. That's at Don Ledford Cleveland on North Lee Highway. We have no reports of any accidents this morning. Drive safely out there as you make your way in. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ritapest Mix line is 614-6499. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
This traffic report is brought to you by L&B Appliance, your one-stop appliance shop, locally owned and operated. Durkee Road at Highway 64 in Cleveland, 423-339-3231.
All right, good morning, everybody. It is 7 minutes before 8 a.m. We're joined now by Matthew Coleman. Also, Robert Thompson joins us. Gentlemen, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Steve.
Hey, how are you?
Great to have both of you in. Matthew, I want to begin with you. And first of all, you are a candidate for the Cleveland Board of Education. Tell us about that.
Well, this came up in February, and we've talked about this in the past. It was an interesting opportunity to try to make a difference in the school system that has given me and my family so much over the years. And since that time...
There we go.
Thank you. Since that time, the number of calls that I've gotten from teachers, parents, and others, even business leaders, that have said, we need a better voice in there. We're concerned about the amount of money that's trickling down to the teachers. They need more resources in the classroom. Parents not feeling like they've got a voice. And so, that has reinforced me running for this office, because those are the things that I'd like to correct. Those are the things that I'd like to work on. I think that that board needs to be a little bit more diverse and take in more of those opinions and open that up. So, Robert twisted my arm a little bit, and we talked about it. I prayed with the family, and here we are today.
Robert, good morning to you, and just share your thoughts here about this, about Matthew and the campaign.
Yeah, absolutely. I did nudge him to run. I've worked with Matt for over a decade. I've witnessed firsthand how he's become a leader in our community. I'm proud of Matthew. I think he has a skill set to really take the whole school system to the next level. He's been the past president of the Rotary Club, Sunrise Rotary. He's on Main Street. I've seen him give his time, energy, and effort to a lot of different organizations. And he's really brought a lot of talent to our law firm. Our law firm's always done well, but once we let Matt take the lead, he brought organization. And, our clients have benefited. We've benefited. So I'm really proud of Matt, and I think he'll do a great job.
We're joined by Matthew Coleman and Robert Thompson. And Matthew, you mentioned a couple of things in the beginning, but what are you passionate about? What are you, if elected, what are the things you'd like to see happen?
I think parents and teachers need a better voice. The school board now consists primarily and almost exclusively of educators in some form or fashion. But a lot of the calls I'm getting, not only from teachers, but from parents of teachers and families of teachers, that have reached out and said, we don't feel like we have a representative on that board. We would like a better voice. The parents have called on those same issues. Many parents don't have time to make a 6:30 meeting in a small boardroom. I went to a board meeting last month. It's an intimidating space to be in. And so surely we can find a board, an area, space within the school system that would be more inviting to be able to receive that feedback from those teachers. I don't think we can move this board, this school system, into a top 25 school in the state unless we involve parents' input, unless we have the community's input, the business leaders, in helping us craft a direction that would benefit the future of this community, which I think is paramount. And it's the basis of the school system itself, is to provide these children with the education that they need to create, make Cleveland what it really should be.
Robert, anything you want to add right here? Robert Thompson joins us.
No, I just think Matt's exactly right. We have they've done a good job, but I would love to see our city school system become a top 25, top 10 in the state. No reason it couldn't. Cleveland, I would say, is a top 10 city. Why should our school system not equally be in a top 10 position? And I think, as I said before, that Matt brings a skill set that he can accomplish that goal.
All right, Matthew Coleman joins us. Matthew, the voting begins today, early voting. For the first time, the school boards are being voted on in May with the political party affiliations now. So what do you say to the voter who's getting ready maybe to vote today or at some point during the process?
I think, number one, I think voting is paramount. I've lived all over the place, had to go through the military and law school and everything, and Cleveland's always been my home, and Cleveland's always where I've registered to vote. Voting is so easy, especially early voting, and you've got 2 weeks to do that. There are the 3 locations you mentioned, south, middle, north, end of town. You're in there, in and out 5 minutes. And so if you're not casting a vote, you're leaving this off to someone else to make the decision for your children and your family and their future. So please get out and vote. I think that with my candidacy, it's really about bringing some change, some new insights, some fresh blood to a board, and to an opposing party or an opposing candidate who's a great guy, nice guy. But at some point, you want some fresh ideas in there, and he's very proud of being in there for 44 years. He was a teacher when I was there, and he was a good man. But I think that we can get some fresh blood, some fresh ideas, and really move the board forward. So that's what I look forward to working hard at.
Matthew Coleman for the Cleveland Board of Education. How can people get more information about your campaign?
We've got a Facebook site out there, and it's, I think, Matthew Coleman for School Board, pretty easy to find. You know, I did the discussion with Dee Burris last week, and I think that was brought up or published on Sunday. You know, I think I'm the only candidate in the school board races that have opened myself up that much, and it's a 2-hour interview, and we talk about me and my history and the school board race. And so I'd invite people that want to know more about me and where I come from and my motivations to come watch that. Spend an afternoon doing that. Drink your sweet tea and try not to fall asleep.
I fell asleep during my interview with Dee, but that's a whole other story, Matt. Anyway, Dee's wonderful. Matthew Coleman, Robert Thompson, thank you, gentlemen, very much.
Thanks for your time.
Really appreciate it. All right, coming up next, Bradley County Mayor Gary Davis, as well as a full news check, all coming up. Stand by on Mix 104.1 and MixTV.tv.
Did you know that I choose Direct Primary Care Associates because of the relationship that I've developed with my care team?
They take me directly back and start evaluating my needs.
I choose Direct Primary Care Associates because of its flexibility, and so should you.
DPCA. Practice made perfect.
This is Andrew Morgan. The Bradley County Juvenile Court serves to rehabilitate our children who find themselves on the wrong side of the law. I humbly ask for your vote as the conservative, honest, and fair candidate for Sessions Court and Civil Court Judge on May 3rd, 2022. Let's break generational cycles for our children.
Paid for by the committee to elect Andrew B. Morgan, Ben Absher, Treasurer.
Being around people is my joy and my passion. So when they come in here, I do feel free to carry the integrity that Mermaid has. No matter what your job description is here, somehow or another you're impacting somebody's life.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one, and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. And I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
We're here at Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland.
We are here with great service. We're here. We're here.
We're here.
We're here with great deals. We're here for you.
So come get huge Nissan savings when you shop Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland and Cleveland-Nissan today. Home of the exclusive lifetime warranty.
Double sausage, unbeatable. Freshly cracked egg, unstoppable. Melty cheese, undefeated. On a made-from-scratch biscuit, yep, the breakfast game is officially over. Bite into the new Hardee's Ultimate Sausage Biscuit and win the AM.
We're all picky about our produce, and whether you're a thumper, a sniffer, a squeezer, or just plain particular, we promise no one is more picky about produce than Food City. That's why we're introducing our Picky Promise. Whether it's from farms down the road or tropical produce from the ends of the earth, we guarantee it's fresh or we'll replace it. You see, we're picky about produce, so you don't have to be.
This is John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway, with great news. Interest rates are super low, and your old car is worth more than ever. So if you're wondering if you should be buying a new Kia, it's a no-brainer. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. If you've got $500 down and you make $2,000 a month, I'll do my best to get you approved. Come see me, John Davis, at Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee, where car buying is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
KiaofCleveland.com
The Vic Vascular team is leading the way in peripheral vascular care in our region.
Feeling of pain in your legs, loss of sensation in your feet or toes,
open sores that won't heal,
weakness when walking.
Do you have flow problems?
These are the first signs of peripheral artery disease, PAD.
PAD affects 1 in 5 Americans, and when untreated, can result in the loss of a limb.
If you or one of your loved ones are experiencing the signs of PAD, be evaluated.
We are Vascular Institute of Chattanooga. We can help.
Broadcasting from the Kia of Cleveland studios, this is Talk 1013 The Buzz, WCLE, HD2 and 1013 FM, W267BI Cleveland.
It can be BestBuyMetalRoofing.com.
Fox News is next, presented by Capital Tire Service in downtown Cleveland.
Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu. The manhunt continues for the suspect in the Brooklyn, New York subway shooting, which left 29 hurt yesterday.
One of the main discoveries was a U-Haul key, which police tracked down to a van roughly 5 miles from the site of the shooting. That van is being linked to 62-year-old Frank James, who police are calling a person of interest. There is a $50,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of a suspect.
Fox's Lauren Blanchard, a tribute to comedian and actor Gilbert Gottfried, who died Tuesday after battling an illness.
The Gottfried family posted on social media, although today is a very sad day for all of us, please keep laughing as loud as possible to honor Gilbert.
From Disney on Broadway and Aladdin actor Don Darrell Rivera, Gottfried was 67 years old. America's listening to Fox News.
The Mix 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. All right, Mix 1041. Good morning, everybody. Local and state news from the Logan Thompson Law News Desk. And Yates Primary School has a new principal. He is Kerry O'Connor. O'Connor replaces Dr. Stephanie Stone as of July 1st as the new principal at Yates Primary. As Stone's been serving as principal of Yates Primary and E.L. Ross the past 2 years. She's going to continue in the principal role of E.L. Ross. And O'Connor has previously served 7 years as a special education teacher and special services coordinator at Cleveland Middle School. Well, early voting begins today in Bradley County. As we'll have early voting beginning today through April 28th. Early voting will not happen on Friday due to the Good Friday observance, but those registered to vote, you can vote early today, beginning today, at 9 a.m., Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday, 9 till 4, at the following locations: Bradley Square Mall and the former Bath and Body location, APD 40 near Planet Fitness, also in the Bradley County Courthouse Annex at the Election Commission. Again, early voting starts today through April the 28th. Cleveland police conducted a sobriety checkpoint and traffic enforcement in the areas of Key Street, South Lee Highway, and Inman Street on this past Saturday from 8 until 10 p.m. 303 vehicles came through, resulted in 8 citations, 20 warnings, 1 DUI arrest. After the checkpoint, Cleveland police continued in traffic enforcement efforts through the city, which also resulted in 28 traffic stops and warnings and 1 city citation. The Volkswagen Chattanooga police say that the Volkswagen plant where the shooting took place Monday night, there is no continuing threat to employees at Volkswagen or the public at large. As the shooting took place there on Monday night, 2 people were shot, non-life-threatening injuries, but there is no continued threat. And we're going to come right back with more in just a moment.
This news brought to you by the Mark Shepard Agency of Shelter Insurance. Call 910-9393. 910-9393.
Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland wants to buy your vehicle. Push, pull, tug, or tow. You'll get at or above book value.
Peyton Southeastern is hiring. If you are looking for a stable, long-term career, they have an immediate opportunity for full-time employment with advancement opportunities available. Potential to earn over $20 an hour. Apply now at jobs.kroger.com to work at Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland. That's jobs.kroger.com.
Right now, they're seeing another. Well, here we go. All right. Now we welcome our mixed TV audience. Bradley County Mayor D. Gary Davis. And Mayor, early voting starts today.
That's right. It's time to get out and vote at your convenience. You don't have an excuse. You've got 2 weeks to vote whenever it's comfortable for you and whenever it's convenient. 3 locations in Bradley County, which is more than a lot of people offer. A lot of places don't offer that many locations. So there's no excuse not to vote. Please find a time over the next 2 weeks. And if you can't, or if you're sort of like me and you want to wait and do it the old traditional way on election day is fine, but the next 2 weeks they're open except for Friday, I believe, and so I encourage everyone to get out and vote, and there's a lot of important races on the ballot this year.
We're joined by Bradley County Mayor Gary Davis. Mayor, what do you tell the voter about your race and about yourself and why they should cast a vote for you?
Well, I think we've done a good job. I really do. So I try to remind them that. I think they know that, but I try to remind the people of the things that we've done over the years and encourage them to get out and look at it as a referendum. If they will look at it as a referendum of whether I've done a good job, and I know I have, and vote to retain an employee that is doing a good job, like I told them yesterday, you're not going to fire an employee who's doing a good job just because someone else wants the job. One thing that has come up recently, and I know I'm not supposed to pay any attention to what anybody else says, but it really bothers me when somebody says we need a leader, not a manager. First of all, that person doesn't know much about the job. I wear a dozen hats in a given day. And as I've thought about it, probably a lot of the hats I wear are management type hats, really. It's not a city mayor's job. I love Kevin Brooks, don't get me wrong, but it's showing up for ribbon cuttings and doing those feel-good things are wonderful, and they're one of the many hats I wear. But there's a lot of management type responsibilities because it is a full-time job. I have personnel issues, I have departments to manage and things like that. So the more I've thought about it, there is a lot of management involved. That doesn't mean there's not a lot of leader hats, too. And I'll tell you a quick story. One of the hats that I have to wear from time to time, not very often, thank goodness, and hopefully I never have to again, is when it comes to emergency management things, emergency situations and devastations and so forth. Like, we've had 3 major tornadoes since I've been in office. In 2011, we had 5 waves go across this county that day. I spent more time at the 911 center than I ever have, but they just kept coming. And finally, that last one that night was really devastating, as people know. Huge, went all the way across Bradley County, destroyed hundreds of homes and killed, I believe, 11 people. Some of the stories of those deaths were awful. Government's job in a situation like that is to facilitate the volunteers and to get work started to helping the people that have gone through this destruction. We immediately got to work on that. Volunteers showed up in droves. This community is so great with that. Probably our biggest challenge was managing the volunteers, to tell you the truth. But to go as fast as I can through that process, we got to work of bidding and getting a contract company in place to get the debris cleaned up. That's what government's supposed to do. So the volunteers went to work, brought all the debris to the edge of the road, and in a couple of weeks we had a company out there picking up the debris, and we had a burn pit going for 24 hours a day for several weeks there. We had Bradley County cleaned up before Hamilton County even started, and we had 3 times the devastation that they had. We had it cleaned up before they ever started. I don't know if that's leadership or management, but that was that particular hat I was wearing. Fast forward 2 years and 2 days ago, the last tornado we had. And this one really bothered me for several reasons, really. But we had a major tornado come through that hit the East Cleveland area. This time it was a very poor community. The people lost everything they had. They really didn't have much to start with, but they lost everything they had. We were out there again that night and the very next morning, setting up the places to feed these people, to clothe them. We had it set up where we could house them by sending them to motels. And I was out there that first morning, and I noticed no one's showing up. So I started walking the streets of that community. I walked the streets of East Cleveland every day for a solid 2 weeks. I met some of the nicest people. Not one person ever asked me for a thing. They weren't there expecting government to take care of them. But I would walk down the streets and I would say, we've got food down the street. Just walk down there. There's plenty of food. Don't cost you anything. We've got clothing for you. We've got housing for you. I checked the first night and hardly anybody was taking advantage of the housing. So I continued to walk down those streets, and I would walk up to a structure that used to be a house. It was a structure that you or I wouldn't even walk in. And I remember one in particular, this lady came out of this structure and I said, "Ma'am, why are you still in here? This place isn't safe. We've got a motel room for you. We've got food for you. We've got clothing." "No, I don't want to leave." It really got to me, the attitude of these people, because they weren't expecting anything, and again, they'd lost everything they had, even though they really didn't have much to start with. So I went back, and one of the things that we have to offer in times like that is I got a bunch of Walmart gift cards, $100 gift cards, and stuck them in my pocket. Now, keep in mind, this is not election time. These people don't know who I am, and I don't tell them. They probably wonder if I'm from the IRS or something. I don't know. But I'm walking down the streets every day that day, encouraging them to go get food, go get clothing. Please sign up. We've got motel rooms for you. Over time, that number started growing. People started taking advantage. But when I would see them, I would say, "And here's a $100 gift card." And I don't want to get choked up, but this really got to me. I said, "Here's a $100 gift card. Go buy yourself some tennis shoes or whatever you need, but please take advantage of the services we've got for you." In the meantime, we were working to get the company in place, to get the debris cleaned up again, which is government's responsibility. We weren't doing it for the cameras. We weren't doing it for TV or anything else. I don't think you were ever out there interviewing me. One day, I remember in particular, I was walking the neighborhoods doing this, and like I said, day after day after day. And somebody came up and they said, "Well, TV cameras are down here at the food place. They want to interview you." And I said, "Well, if they want to interview me, I'm on the streets. They need to get out here on the streets with me. They need to show these people in the devastation and the fact that they're still there and they don't want to leave their homes." And I don't remember if they showed up or not, but I continued to do that. I didn't go down there for that interview because that wasn't what I was there for. Over time, people more and more did take advantage of those things, but we really had to encourage them and push them to do so. More and more of them took the gift cards, and I hope they used them wisely. Fast forward, we got it cleaned up. And then the dedication invitations started coming in, and we went to numerous dedications. Some of them were new mobile homes. You say, "Why mobile homes?" Well, some of them had lived in a mobile home. That's what they liked. That's what they were used to. They wanted a mobile home. But they got new mobile homes, and they had home dedications of these mobile homes. So others got homes built for them by organizations throughout our community. Several organizations came forward, and I got to go to those home dedications, and these people were so thankful. Many of them have better homes now than they've probably ever had in their life. So there was good to come out of all of that destruction. I say all that to say this. That hat I was wearing during that period of time, and the hats do change daily, they change weekly, they change monthly, they change seasonally, and in this case, they change very rarely, but that hat was about helping people during a time of destruction, not for any credit, but just making sure that they get the help that's provided to them. I don't know if that's leadership or if that's management. Quite frankly, I don't care. That's me. That's Bradley County. I love this community. I love Bradley County. I love the people of Bradley County, rich and poor. It doesn't matter. Those people don't know who I am over there to this day, but I have pride when I drive down those streets looking at those new homes, those new mobile homes, knowing that they're doing fine and they have a nice, safe place to live. It's a wonderful thing about Bradley County, and it's one of the many things that I love about this community. I'll take a break and take another question. Thank you.
Well, that's fine. Bradley County Mayor Gary Davis, and I guess my last question would be, How do people get more information about the campaign?
Well, they can go on Facebook. They can call our office. They can go online. We've addressed all of the issues and presenting our plan on Facebook. If you have Facebook or if you're on there, that's a good way to read a lot of the details. We do have plans in place to address things in the future. We've had a plan in place from the beginning, ever since you've allowed me to work for you. It's nothing new. We will continue to do everything we can to make Bradley County even better. Bradley County is not good in wanting to be great. We are great, but there's always room for improvement, and we're going to work to continue to make Bradley County even greater. That's the only promise I make to the people of Bradley County. I know who I work for, and I will continue to work for you, the wonderful voters and taxpayers of this community.
Bradley County Mayor Gary Davis. Mayor, thank you very much.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Appreciate it, even with the cameras.
Even with the cameras, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mayor. All right, we're going to come back. I'll tell you what, we're going to check the streets in just a moment. Bridget will check traffic. Up next, stand by.
Hello, I'm Judge Barrett Painter.
Get 0% APR financing for up to 36 months on any new 2022 Buick and most new 2022 GMCs. That's at Don Ledford Cleveland on North Lee Highway. We have no reports of any accidents this morning. Drive safely out there. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ridipest Mix line is 614-6499. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
All right, good morning, everybody. Mixed Mornings is served by Tzatziki's. Got a great lunch or dinner on this midweek Wednesday at Tzatziki's. Time now for our obituary program, brought to you by Rob Buckner Funeral Home and Crematory. Sandra Marlene Easler Penley, age 75, of Cleveland, died Saturday. Her family was by her side. Arrangements by the Rob Buckner Funeral Home and Crematory. Sandra Marlene Easler Pendley, age 75, died Saturday. Again, arrangements by Rob Buckner. Frances Elaine Kyle Roderick, age 77, of Cleveland, died Wednesday. Arrangements by the Rob Buckner Funeral Home and Crematory for Frances Elaine Kyle Roderick, age 77, of Cleveland, who died Wednesday. Arrangements by the Rob Buckner Funeral Home and Crematory. Obituary program brought to you by Rob Buckner Funeral Home and Crematory. RalphBuckner.com.
Listen.
Lifetime Certified is the new buzz in town for Vehicles Direct. 12-month, 12,000-mile comprehensive warranty. Lifetime powertrain warranty. Complimentary maintenance for 1 year. Certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Love it or leave it, satisfaction guaranteed. Best trade-in value in town. Kelly Blue Book Buy Center. Vehicles Direct, South Lee Highway in Cleveland at APD 40. Visit vehiclesdirect.com.
I choose Direct Primary Care Associates because of the relationship that I've developed with my care team.
They take me directly back and start evaluating my needs.
I choose Direct Primary Care Associates because of its flexibility, and so should you.
DPCA, practice made perfect.
Hi, I'm Andrew Morgan. COVID-19 has caused further delays to our court system. Access to our local courts is paramount for parties in need of relief under the law. That's why I humbly ask for your vote as your conservative, honest, and fair candidate for Bradley County Sessions Civil and Juvenile Court Judge.
Paid for by the committee to elect Andrew B. Morgan, then Absher, Treasurer.
At Mermaid Mattress, we try to buy from as many local vendors as we can. Our foam company that we buy from is here in Cleveland. Our spring maker, Leggett & Platt, is in Atlanta. Our wood comes from Kentucky. So it's all right here bordering the state of Tennessee. So we really are a local company.
When it comes to Cleveland, Bradley County, and Southeast Tennessee, no one connects more with our communities than Mix 1041. That is why we're committed to bringing you the latest news and interviews to help you make informed decisions this election season. Don't miss a minute of our election coverage. Visit mymix1041.com. Presented by the Logan Thompson Law Firm. When it comes to Cleveland,
I found a place in my heart. I found a light in the dark. I found my heaven.
Double sausage patties, win. Freshly cracked fried egg, triumph. Melty cheese, victory. On a made-from-scratch biscuit, now that's a championship buzzer beater. Bite into the new Hardee's Ultimate Sausage Biscuit and win your morning.
For those who deal with painful leg veins, Dr. Eston Winger wants you to know there is help.
Typically, most patients that come in have varying degrees of symptoms with their legs, and it could be that your legs feel heavy, your legs feel tired, your legs ache, your legs swell. And typically this is worsened as the day progresses as you're up on your legs. And most people think, oh, they're just for cosmetic reasons, but no, actually your legs can hurt by having varicose veins. The fact is that the veins are not going to go away on their own. The only way they're going to go away is by an intervention. And if they do bother you or you have questions about them, then I'd be more than happy to talk to you in consultation.
Schedule a consultation by phone, 423-472-5423.
On the radio, we're on MixTV.tv this morning. Hey, we're on Talk 1013 The Buzz, where Glenn Beck is coming up at 9 a.m. I actually, Bridget, last night I was, as I always do, drive around Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
I was lost.
Oh, yeah?
Anyway, I was listening to Mark Levin on Talk 1013 The Buzz. We have him on at 6 o'clock. And he was doing a nationwide alert last night for the shooter, the person of interest in New York City. Of course, a lot of people have heard that numerous people were injured in the shooting in the subway station in Brooklyn, New York, yesterday morning. Mm-hmm. So Levin, he was just putting it out there on Talk 1013. So if you're listening to Talk 1013 The Buzz right now, we've got listen to this. We have 3 of the top 5 radio shows in America. We have Glenn Beck. Beck's in the top 5. This is by listenership. We have no listeners here, so we don't know what this means. But anyway, we have Beck, Dave Ramsey, and Mark Levin. 3 of the top 5 shows. Now, used to be Paul Harvey was number 1. Well, Paul's in heaven this morning. Rush Limbaugh, number 1. I don't know where Rush is this morning, but Rush is not with us anymore. And, I believe he's in heaven.
Yes.
And Austin thought that was funny. Austin, do you think that was funny? Did I make you laugh? I heard you in here.
I was laughing at you.
We don't know where. Well, no, I don't, Anyway. So, we got 3 of the top 5, and we talk about, hey, we're on Mix 1041, but we've got a very passionate audience, and I know how passionate they are. When you get Beck on late, and they're still listening to us, you get phone calls.
Yes, you're right. I had to automate that.
So and then one time they slashed your tires. We
wouldn't get so many angry people calling.
One time they slashed your tires, but then I saw Bridget running away from your vehicle. I think that was her. We'll talk Scottie Gilbert coming up in just a moment. But right now, a check of the streets. No, it's not. It's a check of weather. Let's go to Roger Pickett. Now, Roger filled in for Rush Limbaugh at one time. He was fired immediately. Thank you. Here's his audition.
Now is the time to take advantage of 5 years interest-free financing when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic mattress set from this area's original Tempur-Pedic dealer, Mermaid Mattress.
Now, from Local 3 News, it's coverage you can count on.
We'll have some light rain.
Nice introduction.
Yeah,
we're going to start doing
out
that.
Of our area this morning. We'll have partly cloudy skies by this afternoon, a high of 82, a low of 57 this evening, with thunderstorms developing late tonight. Potential for severe thunderstorms late tonight and overnight. And then for tomorrow, we'll have rain early in the day, partly cloudy in the afternoon, a high of 70 and a low of 42. Partly cloudy during the day on Friday with a high of 77. Your current Vascular Institute temperature is 68 degrees. Weather forecast is brought to you by Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix, family-owned business serving Cleveland for over 40 years. Call them at 423-479-4541 or visit lamcon.us to find out more.
All right, we're joined now by Scott Donut Gilbert, running for Bradley County Commission in the 4th District, Seat A. Good morning, Scotty. How are you?
Good morning, Steve.
How's everything going?
Everything's going pretty good.
How's it
Hello,
going?
Bradley County.
Come on.
It's time to get out and vote. Let's get out and put the vote in.
Starts today?
Starts today.
What do you say to that voter, Scotty? Let me hang on. Before I ask you that, Scotty, what are you hearing? You talk to a lot of people. You did it a long time even before you were a candidate at Townhouse Bake Shop. But what are you hearing from the voters?
A lot of voters really concerned about a lot of infrastructures. Number one thing you hear, and I mean it's all over. Now, county commissioners, we all know what their jobs are. Most of them think they just sit up there or that's exactly what the definition is. You sit up and you make budgets and you do other things. But I believe county commissioners need to go a lot further than that. You got to get out in the community and walk the streets. Man, I got out in the community and walked the streets and you talking about, I said, God, what is this that you're trying to teach me? This is a bigger platform for me. The bakery was a platform, but this is a huge platform. And I thought, wow, and the people's houses that I go to, they just invite you in and pray over you. And, man, I want to play just a little song. I sat down in some folks' house the other day, and the young man come out, and I said,
hold it up to the microphone if you're going to
play me a song. And then his family prayed over me. And you talking about a blessing. And he wore this dobro out.
Well, this is him playing.
Because he lives. He said, what do you want to hear, Scotty? I said, because he lives. And Steve, stuff like that, that's what really excites me. That's what, and they don't know they're county commissioners. They've never met them. They know their names, that's about it. But when you go with the road department, I want to go with the road department. I want to go to these people's houses. And when you start fixing the roads, some of the roads, the people's houses are right up against the road. So you're going to have to step over just a little bit, and the other person's going to have to give a little bit more up. But to be able to go up and talk to them and have another voice with you would be, I think, the best thing for the road department to do. And I'm willing to do that. I'd like to see the PTA get kicked back up in schools. I don't want to say the numbers of the PTA, but they're very low. Parents aren't involved with their children's lives much. Everything's busy. We need to stop what we're doing and look at our future. Our future are these kids, and we have to stop and look at the kids and see what's going on. I want to go to each parent in each car, hand them a flyer, and say, hey, we're having a PTO tonight. I'm going to be here with you. We're going to do this together. And I was sitting out in the car, and I was thinking something the pastor spoke the other day. We all see in parts. Everybody sees in a little part. But when you put it together in a whole, we can do anything. We can accomplish things that Bradley County's never been able to accomplish. So,
we're joined by Scott Donut Gilbert, a candidate, Bradley County Commission, District 4, Seat A. You've talked about, did I say that right?
Yes.
Scotty, you've talked about this a lot in your public speeches, that sort of thing. You know, you grew up in that community. You grew up in that area.
These kids know who I am. When I stood out at Taylor School the other day, and they stopped by and waved and hollered, "Donut, Scottie, Scottie." You know what that does? That just warms my heart. I love these kids. I'll fight for these kids. I'll fight for this community. I'll stand up and do what it takes to get the job done. And numbers is one thing a lot of the county commissioners do. I've done numbers. I've paid payroll. A lot of people ask me at the bakery, they say, "How do you keep your employees?" My employees keep me. I don't keep them. I work for them. They don't work for me. I got the best employees, and it's because they love Jesus. They work for the Lord, and that's where I want to lead the county into.
What do you say to the voter, Scott Donut Gilbert, as they begin voting today? Today's the first day of early voting.
Not just the county commissioner. I think we all need to stop what we're doing before we go into the booth and pray and ask the Lord to guide and direct us in what we should do and what this county's looking at and the direction you want it to go in, and make your decision on your votes then and go in and vote. I heard the other day that one of the guys was saying, one of the old political guys used to say that if you ain't got a record, you can't talk about your record. But if you can't crawl, you can't walk. You got to start somewhere, right? Donald Trump, he never had a record. He sure didn't want his opponent's record. So, give me a chance. Let's see what we can do.
Scott Donut Gilbert, a candidate, Bradley County Commission, 4th District, Seat A. Scottie, how can people get more information about your campaign?
You can call the bakery and have them to call me. My phone number is 423-413-8014. You can call me and talk to me. I'm always transparent. I like to throw the devil out in the middle of the road before anything gets started. So here's the source. Let's do it. Let's do it together.
All right, and let's now. If I see you trying to throw Bridget in the middle of the road, you're not calling her the devil.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to clear that up.
Bridget is an angel, Steve.
I just wanted to clear that up, Scottie.
She is an angel. She is precious. She's been one of the best people. I've known Bridget for a long time.
Oh, Scottie, now come on.
She's a good girl.
Now nobody, come on.
She is.
You're running for office, Scottie. She's not in the 4th District.
Yes.
Let's just calm down here. All right, Scott Donut Gilbert, and of course, early voting begins today. Scottie, thanks so much.
Yes, sir. Let your vote be your voice. Let your vote be your voice. I want to come to you, and I'm going to ask you how, if I get elected, when I get elected, I'm going to come to you, and I'm going to ask your opinion on how you feel. And I'm going to put it on paper, what everybody says and what everybody thinks, and that's the way I'm going to vote.
All right. Scott Donut Gilbert, candidate, Bradley County Commission, 4th District, Seat A. Thanks, Scottie.
Thank you, Steve, and God bless.
And bless you. It is, and bless Bridget. Well, he said he's going to throw the devil out in the street. I said, well, all right, let's just start walking around the building here. Austin be the first to go.
Oh.
I don't know, Dwayne, by the way, and I don't know if we're supposed to tell him this. Dwayne went with Shelton and Josh Rogers and a bunch of guys down to Atlanta to the Braves game. They were doing the commemorative World Series ring.
Yes.
Now, the thing's plastic, okay? And Dwayne, and I noticed Stephen Shelton, who's very gullible. Shelton's still wearing it, trying to show people. Do these people realize these are fake?
Yes.
Now, hey, Coy Keck, we need you to examine, or Rick Payne, we need you to examine, Johnny Holden, we need you to examine these rings down at Pioneer Jewelry. Come on now. And I understand they listen to Epperson's Jewelry. Can we get some jewelry, people? These are fake. Come on. got a check of the streets. What's going on?
Okay, this Don Ledford Cleveland Mixed Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. It's time for Don Ledford's annual pre-owned springtime sales event. Did you know that Don Ledford has over 175 quality pre-owned vehicles available right now, and over 130 of them are SUVs and trucks? That's at Don Ledford Cleveland on North Lee Highway. We have no reports of any accidents this morning. Drive safely out there. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ridipest Mix line is 614-6499. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
Now, Roger says they're not plastic. Well, what are they? Cubic zirconia? These Braves rings. Oh, what? I'll let you give that one.
This is from Stephen Shelton. The only thing more fake than my ring is this morning show.
Oh, man. What do I care? All right. Tell you what, let's get this word from the town squire. Larry? You know the town squire.
At some point in your life, you may be faced with a legal challenge, whether it be a personal injury, business dispute, or family matter. Our goal is to overcome your legal obstacles and get your life back on track.
If you or a loved one have been injured or have legal issues confronting you and your family, talk with someone on our team. We will investigate your problem to determine the facts and the law. Working together, we can develop a plan to obtain the result you deserve.
My dad says our new Linux system saves energy.
Well, saving energy means saving money.
A lot of money?
Yep.
Time for a raise in my allowance.
Savings year after year.
A big raise.
Call today for perfect air you can feel in your home and savings you can feel in your wallet.
Lennox. Air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Dale's Heating and Air today.
Ocoee OBGYN is a local and trusted women's care center in Cleveland, Tennessee. They understand that everyone's health needs are unique. Therefore, Ocoee OBGYN will deliver care that accommodates you. From routine annual exams and screenings to delivering babies, Ocoee OBGYN does it all. To plan a visit or get an appointment, give them a call at 339-8881. That's 339-8881. Or check them out at OcoeeOBGYN.com. Ocoee OBGYN.
Need a metal roof for your home or business? Come see us at Best Buy Metals, a leading manufacturer of metal roofing products. Looking for great service? Check. Want to choose from a wide variety of metal roofing products? Check. How about complimentary takeoffs and free estimates for commercial and residential projects? Check and check. From small orders to semi-loads, we've got you covered. Literally. Best Buy Metals. Quality roofing that lasts a lifetime. Come see us today.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Vierthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
Abra Auto Body and Glass takes the hassle out of auto body repairs. We work with all major insurance carriers. Abra Auto Body and Glass has 5 locations to serve you better in Chattanooga, Hickson, and here in Cleveland on South Lee Highway. Call 478-2700 in Cleveland to schedule an appointment or check out all their services at abraauto.com.
Mattress Weather Center, 19 before 9.
Our anniversary Lindsay Line Queen mattress is on sale now for only $499. A mattress you can flip and rotate just like you used to, but only at Mermaid Mattress.
All right, for today, we'll have a few rain showers moving out of our area. We'll have partly cloudy skies by this afternoon, a high of 82 and a low of 57 tonight. We'll have thunderstorms likely late this evening, potential for severe thunderstorms late tonight and overnight. And then for tomorrow, we'll have some rain during the morning and then sunny skies by the afternoon, a high of 70 and a low of 42. Partly cloudy during the day on Friday with a high of 77. Your current Vascular Institute temperature is 67 degrees.
This Mix 1041 weather forecast is sponsored by Life Care Center of Cleveland, celebrating more than 45 years of serving the needs of the aging community. Life Care Center of Cleveland.
A journey like cancer isn't something you should face alone. At CHI Memorial, a team of cancer specialists review and recommend the best treatment options to care for you, and a nurse navigator is available to help you every step of the way, listening, helping, and advocating. Learn more at memorial.org/cancer.
It's the CHI Memorial Sports Desk. CHI Memorial. Imagine better health. Braves big win last night. 16-4 over defeated the Washington Nationals last evening. A big win, finally scoring some runs there. Very nice. Braves win 16-4 last night. Braves Nationals today at 12:20. That will be on TOG 101.3 The Buzz, presented by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. The NBA playoffs began with the play-in tournament. And that last night, Nets over the Cavaliers, 115 to 108. The Brooklyn Nets earn the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference. They'll play the Boston Celtics this weekend to start their series. Minnesota, the Timberwolves over the Clippers, 109-104. T-Wolves, 7th seed. They'll play Memphis in the first round of the NBA playoffs. Tonight, Hornets at the Hawks, 7 o'clock, ESPN. Now, that's a 9-10 game, and the winner plays the Cleveland Cavaliers. Spurs at the Pelicans, 9:30 tonight, NBA playoffs in a 9-10 game. Last night, Bradley Central baseball over McMinn County 7-5. Walker Valley shut out Cleveland High School in baseball 3-0. It was also in softball last night. That's tonight, I'm sorry. Soccer last night. Boyd Buchanan shut out Cleveland High 4-0. Softball tonight, Walker Valley at Bradley at 5 o'clock. We're joined now by David Calfee. And David Calfee, of course, is, as you probably know by now, a candidate, General Sessions Judge Division II. David, how are you?
Doing well, Steve. And it would not be a normal week if I didn't get to spend some quality time with you nowadays. So I'm looking forward, if nothing else, for May 3rd to come and go so that we don't have to keep doing this every week or so.
Well, come on now, David. Well, listen, I got to ask you, number one, obviously early voting starts today, so it is a big day in this process, isn't it?
Yeah, well, absolutely. And, you know, the projection is that as much as 60% of the vote will come in during the next 2 weeks, particularly today and tomorrow when the majority of the early voters actually turn out. So tremendous day, hoping for a good voter turnout. Obviously, this election is very important, not only for our county government for the next 4 years, but this will set our judiciary and the quasi-judicial positions, public defender and district attorney, for the next 8 years. So this is going to be huge. There are no Democrats running in any of the judicial or quasi-judicial races. So whoever wins over the next 3 weeks will be your elected officials for the next 4 to 8 years.
Wow. We're joined by David Calfee, a candidate for General Sessions Judge and Division II. David, what sets you apart? Why do you think you're the qualified candidate? Why are you running?
Sure. I'm running because I feel like my career and life experience is really leading me to this point. You know, I grew up humbly, grew up on a family farm, went to East Tennessee State University for my bachelor's and master's, went to Memphis for my law degree. During the time period that I was in school, I worked at least every school break, if not during school, in every position you can imagine. I've been, I stocked shelves at Kmart, bus tables at Ruby Tuesdays. I have worked in factories, 125-degree factories. I've worked in warehouses. I was heavy equipment operator before I went to law school between my master's degree and starting my legal education. I have a lot of great life experience that I think that makes me uniquely qualified to connect with people, regardless of what walk of life they come from. I have spent my entire career here in Bradley County, been practicing here for over 15 years now, 15 years as of January of this year. I represent clients in every division of our General Sessions Court, but Division II, which currently handles all the adult criminal cases, and Division I, which handles orders of protection, juvenile custody, juvenile criminal. The only division I don't think that I've appeared in is environmental court, which is probably a good thing. But not only have I done the work in those courts with my clients, I have served as a special judge now for 5 different general sessions judges, 2 in Polk County, 3 here, and 2 juvenile court magistrates. So I have heard every type of case that can be filed in our general sessions court, with the exception of termination of parental rights cases, which require an elected judge to hear. So I think that if you look at all that I have done in my practice, in my role as a special judge here, and then you add in the 11 years that I've spent as a municipal judge over in Polk County, I think that I am uniquely qualified to take this position, if chosen, and run with it from day one. You know, we do have some things that we need to change and improve in our court system, which I have talked about at length. It's no secret as to what those things are. And whoever wins this race is going to have, you know, the task of increasing efficiency, utilizing better resources to help those with drug and mental health issues, and also work with our Division I judge to make the entirety of our general sessions court work better. I've talked with both of the Division I candidates. Everybody is committed to the idea of getting back to where these positions are really supposed to be, which is 2 halves of a greater whole, as rather than my camp, your camp, and no breaches or help between the two. So I think that those are the things that set me apart. I'm ready to go to work. I'm running because I want to do the work, and I want to serve the voters and citizens of Bradley County.
We are joined by David Calfee, General Sessions Judge, Division II. Of course, subject to the May 3rd primary, but as we've said, the early voting begins today. What else do you tell the voter, that person that's going to be casting a ballot here?
Absolutely. This important election, whoever you support for whatever office that you're interested in, do your homework. For our race in particular, every speaking engagement where all 3 of the candidates have been present are on our Facebook page, David Calfee for Sessions Judge. You can listen to all of us speak, compare all 3 of us, and really, I say this a lot at home, and it's a little bit of a joke with my wife, but I say vote your conscience. But in this race, vote your conscience and vote for who you feel best serves Bradley County and the needs of this county for the next 8 years. And I hope that I am that person. I ask for everyone's support. I ask for your vote. I'm ready to go to work. I'm just looking for the opportunity to do it.
David Calfee for General Sessions Judge, Division II. David, how can people get more information about the campaign?
Sure. David Calfee for Sessions Judge is our Facebook page. CalfeeforJudge.com is our landing page or web page. Our office is at the corner of Inman and Ocoee Street. Inman and Ocoee Street, William Brown Associates. I'm there. If I'm not in court, I have to leave here and go to juvenile court before I go early vote myself. But 476-4515, people can reach me or email me directly at calfeeforjudge.com. I respond to every Facebook message that we get through Messenger personally. So if you've messaged us and have gotten a response, I wrote it. So I'm easy to get in touch with.
David Calfee, a candidate for General Sessions Judge, Division II. David, thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. All right. And Bridget, I understand we have some special listeners. We have Reagan Hartline, and then my nephews, Jude and Lincoln. I should say my nephew and my niece, Jude and Lincoln Perry, in the car right now.
Oh, well, good morning to all of them.
We have Jennifer's brother, Justin, and my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, Leanna. Leanna was a tennis player at Lee University, and they're in town, and we're having a great time. I tell you what, Bridget, let's get a check of our celebration list. What's happening?
Okay, happy birthday to Angela Clark today. That is from Stu and the children. Drake Longoria is 17 today. Alex Maxwell is having a birthday today, a teacher at Lake Forest Middle School. That is from his Aunt Leslie. Max Carroll, 7 years old today, a first grader at North Lee. Crystal Lee was 95 yesterday. That was from her daughter. Elizabeth Bryce was 78 yesterday. Connie Crenshaw was 62 yesterday. My friend Nicole Nelson celebrating her birthday today. Tyler Croglin is 12 years old today, a student at Lake Forest Middle School. Griffin Brown is celebrating today. That is from his grandmother. Yvonne Davidson is 83 today. That is Dwayne's mother-in-law, and his wife Karen sent that in to us. And then Paul and Marie Azell, they are celebrating their 42nd wedding anniversary today. Call in your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Rid of Pest Mix line, 614-6499. You can go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app.
Joined now by Stacy Flowers with Direct Primary Care Associates. Stacy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. I understand that you and Bridget met in person yesterday. Is that correct?
We did. The Remember Me ribbon cutting. I thought maybe you would be there when I pulled up and saw that van and that we could finally meet in person.
Stacy, I know.
I'll meet Bridget any day of the week.
Hang on. I know, Stacy, most people who meet Bridget are disappointed. And so go ahead and tell us how disappointed you were.
I was not disappointed. You know, Bridget is the nicest person. I hope that whenever I meet you in person finally, that I'm not disappointed and that you're as nice as Bridget is.
Nope. You don't want to see him in person.
Especially this morning. Stacy Flowers, Direct Primary Care Associates. Well, what are we going to talk about this morning, Stacy?
So, you know, here at Direct Primary Care Associates, we're membership-based, and a lot of times that creates questions. What does that mean? What does that look like in practice? And what that looks like is, for the most part, informed pricing. That's something that we really try hard to provide for our patients. There are no hidden fees in our business model. There are no surprise bills. I'm sure many people have gone to the doctor. They've gotten lab work. They've seen their provider, and they have no clue when they get that bill in the mail what they're waiting on, what they're going to open that up and see. And that's a very scary thing for people sometimes. They open up those bills, and they're enormous, and they don't know what they're going to do with that. And we want you to know that at Direct Primary Care Associates, that's not how we work. That's not how we practice. In your membership fee, there are many labs that are included, and we have very low transparent pricing for all of our non-covered labs. We have many included medications for common issues that you see in primary care, like high blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, antibiotics, mental health medication. We have no wait times. We have an empty lobby 99% of the time. So that means you can roll up to the door on the dot on your appointment time and walk right back to see your provider. And that's virtually unheard of. But that's something that we work really hard to provide for all of our patients. So if you've experienced any of these issues in primary care that you're receiving right now or that you've received in the past, please check us out. We may be a good fit for you. We make it simple. We cut out that insurance middleman, and we really work hard to provide for our patients a quality of high contact care that they can depend on.
We're joined by Stacy Flowers, nurse practitioner, Direct Primary Care Associates. Stacy, how can people get more information about Direct Primary Care Associates?
You can check our website out, directpca.com. There on that website, you will find all the information that you need about our practice, about the labs that we cover, the medications that we cover, the services that are included in those membership fees. That's $70 a month for an adult, $30 a month for a child, and a $200 a month family maximum, regardless of the number of members of your family.
Well,
here in Cleveland, you can find us at 2626 Peerless Road or call us at 650-4831.
All right. And, of course, you're in Athens and in Dalton, but all the information, directpca.com. Stacy, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Hey, and
you have a great day.
When we meet in person, just try to bring me a gift, okay? Just try to bring me something so I get something out of it.
I will be prepared. I'll be prepared.
Well, you'd be unlike the people around here. All right, anyway. Thanks, Stacy. Stacy Flowers. We're back in a moment.
Nails of America is a full-scale high...
I choose Direct Primary Care Associates because of the relationship that I've developed with my care team.
They take me directly back and start evaluating my needs.
I choose Direct Primary Care Associates because of its flexibility, and so should you.
DPCA. Practice made perfect.
Bender Realty is proud to have 3 agents who've been in real estate for over 40 years. The experts at Bender Realty don't just live here, they volunteer and contribute to the community in our area.
Our involvement in the community of who being able to reach out to, whether it's city planner, county planner, economic development committee, to help you bring new businesses into the Cleveland area. We're all involved and we're able to keep up with what's going on and what's coming into Cleveland.
If you're looking to buy, sell, lease, or rent, trust your friends at Bender Realty. 472-2173. Bender-Realty.com. Be home with Bender Realty. Wholesale Supply Group, you've heard the name for years. The experts trust them, and you should too. Whether you're building, remodeling, or just maintaining your home, Wholesale Supply Group has all the plumbing, electrical, and HVAC products you need to supply any project. With great brands like Delta, Kohler, Rinnai, Mansfield, Progress Lighting, Square D, GE, and Milwaukee, Wholesale Supply has everything you need. Check out the locations in Cleveland, Chattanooga, Athens, Dayton, Madisonville, Dalton, and Chatsworth. Online, wholesalesupply.us. And remember, Wholesale Supply is open to the public.
Cleveland Tire is ready to help your auto any way it can. We're one of the largest providers of Goodyear brand tires in the area. We sell all major brand tires. We have ASE certified mechanics on staff 6 days a week. We also have a commercial truck tire center that provides 24-hour roadside service and minor mechanical repairs on site. We have built our reputation on years of quality, affordable work and tires. We pride ourselves in customer satisfaction and great service. Cleveland Tire Center.
This is John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway, with great news. Interest rates are super low, and your old car is worth more than ever. So if you're wondering if you should be buying a new Kia, it's a no-brainer. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. If you've got $500 down and you make $2,000 a month, I'll do my best to get you approved. Come see me, John Davis, at Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee, where car buying is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
KiaofCleveland.com.
I'm Eric Gardner at Volunteer Rid-A-Pest, and we're a local termite and pest control company. And I feel it's very important to do business with local companies. I certainly do. We shop locally anytime we can. The reason is the profit dollars you spend with local companies stay right here and circulate within our community. If you spend dollars out of town with out-of-town companies, those dollars go out of town. It supports their schools and maintains their roads and bridges. So spend your dollars locally, it just makes sense.
Peyton Southeastern is hiring. If you are looking for a stable, long-term career, they have an immediate opportunity for full-time employment with advancement opportunities available. Potential to earn over $20 an hour. Apply now at jobs.kroger.com to work at Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland. That's jobs.kroger.com.
I am Cleveland Ford. I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford. I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Doug Vierthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
Abra Auto Body and Glass takes the hassle out of auto body repairs. We work with all major insurance carriers. Abra Auto Body and Glass has 5 locations to serve you better in Chattanooga, Hickson, and here in Cleveland on South Lee Highway. Call 478-2700 in Cleveland to schedule an appointment or check out all their services at abraauto.com.
Hi, I'm Andrew Morgan. I was born and raised in Bradley County. I've always sought to live, work, and serve in Bradley County, and I hope to continue doing that as your next General Sessions Civil and Juvenile Court Judge. I humbly ask for your vote as the conservative, honest, and fair candidate for Judge.
Paid for by the committee to elect Andrew B. Morgan, Ben Absher, Treasurer.
We're all picky about our produce, and whether you're a thumper, a sniffer, a squeezer, or just plain particular, we promise no one is more picky about produce than Food City. That's why we're introducing our Picky Promise. Whether it's from farms down the road or tropical produce from the ends of the earth, we guarantee it's fresh or we'll replace it. You see, we're picky about produce, so you don't have to be.
Agent that's a part of your community. Your local Allstate agent knows the ins and outs of both owning and protecting a home in your neighborhood. By choosing a local Allstate agent, you get an expert who knows the community and is committed to getting to know you. Which means George Gray can help you get the protection you want that fits you and your life. Are you in good hands? Contact George Gray, Allstate Insurance today for a free quote.
All right, Mix 104.1 WCLE. We got a minute after 9 o'clock here as we continue on the radio on Mix 104.1, MixTV.tv. We got a final segment coming up in just a moment. But before we get to that, I'm going to get a final check of the streets for Mix Mornings. Bridget, over to you.
Okay, this Don Ledford Cleveland Mix Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. April is Chevy Truck Month at Don Ledford Chevrolet in Cleveland, where they say yes. Buyers of select new 21 and 22 Silverado light and heavy-duty trucks or 21 and 22 Colorado trucks. Get $1,000 toward eligible accessories or a $500 rebate. That's at Don Ledford Cleveland on North Lee Highway. We have no reports of any accidents this morning. Drive safely out there. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The Volunteer Ridipest Mix line, 614-6499.
All right, we're going to go ahead and stay right here for our final segment of Mix Mornings on the radio and also on MixTV.tv. A segment that we typically do on Tuesdays. We did shift it today to Wednesday. It's with our friends at Logan Thompson Law. It's called Legal Matters. It's a conversation that we normally have with an attorney from Logan Thompson Law. And joining us today is attorney Jeremy Richards. He's going to talk to us about a couple of things. Jeremy, I think we were talking right before he went on the air. Second appearance on Mix Mornings here with us.
That's right. Yeah, first time was several weeks ago with Matthew Coleman. But he's a little busy right now with the campaign stuff going on.
Sure.
And early voting. So you got me today. But I'm happy to be here. Thanks.
Well, Jeremy, let's start off a little bit about yourself. Again, people maybe missed that first interview. I know that you served in the military, law enforcement. Kind of back us up on that again.
Yeah, so I'm all over the map as far as my my story goes. Grew up as a military kid all over the world and graduated high school in Okinawa, Japan. Went to high school and or college in Florida. Then did 4 years in the Army as an intelligence officer. Got out when I was a captain. Then I was a police officer for 12 years, 10 in around Talladega, Alabama, 2 years as a deputy sheriff in Panama City. Then went to law school after that. So here I am. So I've been all over the place.
Well, what a career. I mean, you've seen all sides of the legal sides, haven't you?
I have, yeah. And one thing that I love about being a Logan Thompson is we have every area covered. If it's a legal area, we've got somebody who specializes in it. So it's been nice to be able to be at a firm that where I can kind of float in and out of all different things, and I do right now. I'm kind of a utility guy. I can plug in and fill in wherever's the biggest needs are to make sure our clients' satisfaction stays at all-time high.
Again, Jeremy Richards is here. He works with Logan Thompson Law. This is our weekly segment called Legal Matters. And, Jeremy, I know one of the things that you deal with there is property law, new business contracts, those type things. What are some of the things, as we get started with the interview, that you want to kind of bring to the forefront?
Yeah, so I think one of the things that we've seen a big influx here lately is, the economy seems to start brewing again. People are wanting to start doing new things and branching out. So a lot of what we've been doing is business formations. And there's really, on a very fundamental level, there's just a few types of businesses, but within that, there's all kind of break-offs. So it's very important to form your business and also set it in the right format. The liabilities, and that's we have that conversation with folks a lot.
Sure.
Here's your liabilities with different types of areas, and our job is not to tell them what to do, but to inform them and let them make the decision they want for their business. So it could be as simple as a sole proprietorship, an LLC, or it can be as complex as forming a C Corp, and we're going to have a bunch of different offices. So that seems to be here lately one of the more hot higher requested things that we've done as far as people starting new businesses, and and we love it. We love to see it in this area. We want this area to keep growing. It's doing a great job of doing that, and we're glad to be a part of it.
Again, Jeremy Richards is here, works with Logan Thompson Law with our weekly segment called Legal Matters, talking about new businesses and contracts and how you should set those up. The thing that I would think, and I've been through this myself personally, is you get so excited about a new business, you get excited about maybe making a dream come true, something you've always dreamt about, and you get maybe the product or the services that you're going to be offering, but you forget about the backside of that, which is that liability factor, the exposing yourself, I guess is maybe a terminology that people just don't think about, but you really should, because you could invest your full life savings, give your heart 100%, but something could go awry, and then you could lose it all just at a drop of a hat because you didn't set up the right way.
Yeah, so there's 100% that aspect, and we always hate to see the clients that come in and they're in the middle of a problem.
Right. By then it's a little bit too late, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And so then we're doing damage control to try to fix the situation most equitable for our client. But there's a lot of times, we see also where we have friends or we have family that start a business together, and no one starts a business prepared for things to go south.
Right.
Or prepared for there to be a problem. But those are the things that we think about. And so a lot of it is in having your operating agreement, things like that, written in such a manner that allows things to unwind. Should there be a problem, what are our remedies for these kind of issues? Those are the things that need to be addressed on the front end to avoid a problem later. So it's not just our liabilities, although that is a huge, there's very tragic stories of people losing homes and losing, their own personal money because of a business they were tied to. But, sometimes just as tragic as families getting into problems where they don't speak anymore. Friends, lifelong friends that had a great vision that something happens and that's life. But we can oftentimes prevent some of those issues by saying, all right, well, things worked out this way. That's okay. We've already got it written down. We already know what route we're going. So no harm, no foul, and really kind of reset the meter on that one without it causing as many problems.
And that's such great information there, because that is something, as a lot of families, they do that. They go into business with each other, family members, great friends, lifetime friends, and you don't want something to kind of damage that because you didn't do the work on the front end.
Right.
And I would say it's pretty simple. I would think you guys would be able to sit down with however many people are going to be a part of this venture and say, here's what I see. Here's what my recommendations are.
That's right.
And here's what I think you should do to protect yourself. And then, of course, ultimately it's up to them. But you've laid out that groundwork, that framework, if you would, where they can protect themselves for any type of circumstances that's going on. And I would think even from a tax standpoint for bigger places, that's going to be something in a bigger, like you said, multiple locations, something like that occasionally, that you've got to worry about those type things.
Yeah, I don't think most people that we've ever started business for don't know the first thing about like the franchise excise taxes,
right,
or the tax implications on how we're going to form a business, whether the taxes can pass through like an LLC or if it's a corporation, S Corp, C Corp, where the shareholders are the ones that bear the brunt of that. But those things are all things that we talk through. And like we said a minute ago, our job is to inform and make sure our clients are as well educated as possible. Folks starting their own business, they're smart folks. They know what they're wanting to do. They know their vision. Sometimes they just need the information, and that's when they call us, and we're happy to help. And we've got two guys up at the firm, and Rob Norad and Jimmy Logan, who have done all things business and know all things business. And so it's been really fun working with those guys, learning because I think they've got just so much information they can recall off the top of the hat. It's pretty impressive to watch. But yeah, we've got everything going at the firm where some folks will come in sometimes and we've got this matter, but I've also got this one and I've got this one, and so it's not unheard of to sit with one attorney, and then we'll go get the other one that specializes in this area. And with Ken Miller and Tim Hewitt having the criminal stuff on lockdown, both phenomenal guys. Lori McNulty has all trust, probate, all those things. She's the queen of that stuff, and it's just it's been really beneficial for our clients to where we can, whatever you need, we've got somebody there that does it. So,
again, Jeremy Richards is here with us, Logan Thompson Law. We're talking about all kinds of different things here today on Legal Matters, a segment that we do weekly presented by Logan Thompson Law. And here's my final question, and we'll wrap it up with this. At what point do you suggest that sit down with Logan Thompson Law, maybe yourself there, through that business process? Is it very, very early on? Is it after funding has been secured? What's kind of the framework that you suggest for someone?
So I would always recommend doing that right from the beginning when you have the idea. And the reason is because before we get to funding, let's already have laid out in our operation agreement how we're going to obtain the funds, if we're going to use property as collateral, what is our so we can kind of help guide some of those business plans that your lenders are going to want to see before funding gets there. And also, part of what we do when we set up a new business, operating agreement, your articles of incorporation, filing everything with the Secretary of State, filing that with the Register of Deeds office, and then getting the EIN number. Nobody wants to give you any money without EIN number, as it were. So several things like that on the front end that we can kind of lay out and help our clients develop so that they're set up for success when they leave. So that's typically what we would recommend. When you have the basic idea, you're ready to start putting the action in motion, let's then sit down and we'll lay it out and we'll come up with because every operating agreement is different, just like everybody's case is a little different, so it needs to be narrowly tailored to fit the individual client.
Great information from Jeremy Richards again with Logan Thompson Law. So if you're interested in starting a new business, whether it's a sole proprietorship or an LLC or family, or maybe you're looking to grow something into a franchise type situation, Jeremy has told us here that front end, let's get it out there at the very beginning so you know all the ins and outs, and that will definitely help. I could see that helping with funding and getting those employer identification numbers and all that stuff.
That's right.
All the things that's got to be done. Why not do it on the front end and not get the cart before the horse, those old sayings that we all talk about. Well, Jeremy, as we close here, tell me what is some contact information that we can reach out to Logan Thompson Law? So
I think probably the best thing to do, everyone loves the technology now, is LoganThompsonLaw.com. And on website, you can go to that website and see all the different attorneys. You can see areas they specialize in. We've got contact forms. They can call the office, and however you need to get to us, come by, drop in. Sometimes people can luck out, and we got the right people there that don't have a flooded calendar, and they can talk to you right then. But we're just happy to reach out and make contact with us however you need to. But most of the time, I always recommend people to go to the website, and they can look and read all about the attorneys in the areas they specialize in, and just set a call and schedule an appointment.
Well, Jeremy, it was great to have you back in today. Appreciate all the information. Great information there. Again, this has been our weekly segment called Legal Matters. And I believe, Austin, we've got a graphic that we can probably pull up because we asked for people to give us questions. If you've got a question that you would like to get answered or be a topic for one of our segments with Logan Thompson Law with Legal Matters, you can do that by sending that to us at info@mymix1041.com and get those questions to us. We'll get those to Logan Thompson Law and make sure that maybe one of the upcoming segments of our Legal Matters that we do weekly, we'll maybe try to get those questions answered for you. All right, so that's going to wrap things up. Again, thanks so much, Jeremy, for coming in.
Thank you very much.
I know you got to get out and got things to get going today.
Yeah, that's right. Have a good one. Appreciate you.
Thank you, sir. That's going to definitely wrap things up here for Mix Mornings, also on Mix TV. We hope that you've enjoyed all of these different interviews and things that we did today. Of course, today is the first day of early voting as that gets started. Actually got started 15 minutes ago at those 3 locations. They'll be open today till 6 o'clock. The 3 locations is going to be at the Bradley County Commission on Broad Street in downtown, also at Bradley Square Mall in the former Bath and Body Works location. And then on the south side, you'll find them at 2657 APD 40. That's going to be in that Planet Fitness shopping plaza that's there. You may vote at any of these 3 voting locations, regardless of an assigned precinct, if you are early voting. Now, the final thing we want to remind you about early voting, they will not be doing this on Friday, Good Friday. That day will be set aside where they'll not have those 3 locations available for early voting again on Good Friday. Now, again, Monday, besides this Friday, 9 to 6, and then on Saturdays, 9 to 4. All right, so again, thanks so much for tuning in to Mix Mornings on Mix 104.1 on the radio, and then, of course, around the world on the free Mix 104.1 app and on mixtv.tv. Bridget will be back with you here just in a little while to get you through the midday, and then I'll be with you a little bit later this afternoon to get you home safely. But stay tuned throughout the day. Great music and information throughout the day here on Mix 104.1 WCLE.